PDP governorship candidate leads protest against Plateau State Congress. Lieutenant General Jeremiah Hosseini, retired, the 2019 gubernatorial candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Plateau State, has directed all candidates that pulled out of the state congress to come together and form a parallel state executive. Hosseini, who described the state congress as a sham game gave the order following the declaration of Chris Hassan as the state chairman of the party. This Day reports. The former governor candidate, while addressing his loyalists on Monday, August 31st, over the Congress, blamed the national leadership of the PDP for allegedly compounding the crisis within party. He explained that PDP's leadership, through its double-standard approach, made the party's crisis worse, adding that the Congress cannot stand the test of time. Hosseini directed all the 40 candidates who pulled out of the state Congress to come together and reconcile towards producing someone for each position to form a parallel state executive. He said, after forming the parallel executives, let us see how the National Secretariat would handle the two state executives of the party in the same state. As far as I am concerned, there was no election. Our people should be confirmed. We shall have our own executive. When they present their own, we shall also present ours. I am advising everyone to be law-abiding because what happened was a carried. However, former Plateau State Jonah Jang lauded the process that led to the emergence of Hassan as the PDP chairman. Jang, on his part, while congratulating the new chairman and his new executive members, warned Hassan that his victory was a clarion call to rebuild and re-strategize the party in order to take PDP to a rightful place at the helm of affairs in the state and national levels. The former governor, in a statement issued by Clinton Garuba, his media consultant, lauded the National Working Committee (NWC) of the party, the state PDP Electoral Committee, and all the PDP family on the plateau for the successful conduct of the Congress. Jang went on to note that as a founding father, his heart bleeds as the APC-led administration in Plateau ridicules good governance, tenet of democracy, and subjects the good people of the state to untold hardship. The PDP State Congress were held at two different locations in the state capital, with the factions led by Senator Biodun Olujimi and former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose. It was gathered that the chairman of Ekiti Caretaker Committee, Senator Osia Agbola, officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and police were absent at the parallel congresses. In a related development, PDP in Imo State has elected a former Minister for Commerce and Industry, Charles Ugu, and its new chairman. Ugu emerged the new party's supremo at a state congress held on Saturday, August 1st. Ugu beat 11 other candidates after he was selected as a consensus candidate in the event held at a sports complex in the state capital, Owerri. Initially, a poll had been planned among the 12 candidates, but Ugu was selected to occupy the job top after consideration by party stakeholders. Gideon announced himself as APC chairman, cancels a Doe Guba screening, Okay, and this has been said so far by Legit TV. Okay, and a lot is actually happening in the realm of PDP. Well, this is serious. Well, a lot are happening in Nigerian politics, and as we all know, and it has been said that the former minister of Federal Capital Territory (FCT) and Plateau governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), General Jeremiah Hussaini, retired, as kicked against the state PDP Congress held last Saturday. Well, it has been said that Hussaini disclosed this during a meeting with some stakeholders of the party. He said Hussaini has also directed aggrieved members to open their home parallel secretariat as there was no justice and equity by the caretaker committee drafted to reconcile critical stakeholders of the party in the state and to conduct the Congress. Well, that is what has actually happened. And Aminu Zang, former commissioner of Works and PDP chairmanship aspirant, said they would not accept the injustice meted on them by the caretaker committee and described the Congress as a rape on democracy. And according to what we have so far, they said the state PDP chairman, who was elected during the Congress, Chris Hassan, said he will work with Jank Hussaini and Senator Ibrahim Mantu, Mamishi Sango, and other critical stakeholders of the party in the state. Well, that is what has been happening so far. But one thing we quite believe is that the caretaker committee of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) had handed over to the newly elected state executive members of the party who were elected on Sunday during the state congress in Jos. Well, meanwhile, he said, according to him, that he said we are going to work extensively in bringing about reconciliation in PDP as members of the same family. We are bound to have problems, but in no distant time we will be reconciled, and all hands must be on deck in the interest of the party. Well, so far they are trying to make sure PDP becomes a very strong party, and everybody will be able to work together and things will be able to work well the way it is being expected. So that is it. Well, that is it, my people. Let's make sure things work out well in this country. And one thing I believe is that if everything has been working well, if there's been a kind of cooperation, I think Nigeria will be a better place to stay, and that is what the PDP are trying to do right now. And our prayer is that the good Lord will make Nigeria to be a better place to stay, and that is it. Well, that's it, my people, on this one. Let me have your take, and remember to subscribe for more updates. Thanks and God bless.